Dreamcon was an absolute success. It was amazing. You know, seeing everybody come out. I was there with the homie Sammy and Edie. Saw a lot of people out there. Maybe you guys saw some of you guys saw me from the channel. I took some pictures for some people. Amazing cosplays all around. Just another event for black nerd culture. Truly, it's a monolith, really. Not like the culture, but as an establishment, DreamCon kind of represents. It's like very healing experience, I would say. A lot of times you go to conventions, or I've been to conventions. It's really like sometimes hard to talk to people, but it was so nice, so fun. Everybody's so friendly, so calm and collected. It was just like, it was wild. Some shit was wild there for sure. There's a lot of ass, a lot of ass. I know it wasn't for me, but I was like, I don't know. It's just everywhere, But the main point of it is that what it really represents is like kind of this authenticity, a license to just be yourself and, do the things that you want to do. You don't really have to explain why you're doing this or what's going on or why do you have this or what's that, it's all just like, oh, this is your place. Welcome home a little bit, how you doing, gotta get a picture, can we talk, where are you from, that kind of stuff, It gives such a license to like just freedom to be yourself. And I've talked to a bunch of creators while I was there, some disc actors, shout out to y'all, some other content creators in the YouTube lounge, and I talked to Swoozy, and I was talking to him about cause he's an OG YouTuber from early YouTube to now, like how things changed, how has he really felt about them, talked to a couple community managers, how do they feel about like the change of YouTube, like what do they do to guide creators, and it's just all around phenomenal, the advice they gave, the things they talk about, things they were passionate about. That's what I really wanted to talk about today is just, there's a license to be yourself really at DreamCon, unlike any other place that I felt before. I was like, wow, this is so good, and that authenticity leads to like some of the best art really, from cosplays or actually the content creators that want to make stuff, the videos, the expertise, creativity, how they express themselves, the self-expression and self-love is so real there. It's vibrating throughout the place, and it's not really a place I would imagine you can kind of get that experience from. I implore anybody that hasn't gone to, book a flight to Texas. Go there, be in the crowd, and understand like what that means. Understand the love. Even if you're not cosplaying, I always say cosplay. Get something on, put on something. It'd be fun. But if you're not, still go invite people, go talk to people, go ask them like, well, what's this? Be interested, be curious. I think it really heals like a part of yourself, while being there. And I was just immersed in like all the vibes, and it was amazing, dude. Like I can't say I had a bad experience. There were things that are annoying that every con does, but that's just the nature of the cons. Like some of the meetups, so them lines are long as fuck. Hey, them shits are long as fuck. I'm sorry, but other than that, I don't really have anything bad that I would say like is just detracting from that whole experience. And I feel like when people talk about it, like in the past, oh, I had this bad, this thing going crazy. I'm like, not my experience, but resonate with it, understand it though. But to me, like the real point of all of this is to say, it's like, if you want to be a creator, if you want to do creation, content creation, or any of these things, right now, I think you should do it all the time. Talk to a couple creators that are going through things that want to do it, or they're having like doubts about what they should do and what it should be. I'm like, dude, okay, believe in yourself. Ultimately, like, do it. There's no time but the present. There's no hours but the present. You don't know how long you got. Not saying like you're about to die, but you owe it to yourself to make this dream come true. You want to be this? Fuck it. Yeah, it's easy. The money, time, the things, the people, they're out there. They're waiting on you to start. So, start right now. Do the things that you need to do. Come out here. Go to DreamCon. Have fun. Become content creator. Make videos like this. Whatever self-expression you feel like you need to do, I think you should always do that. Maybe not. It's not like the way to monetize your life, but like, do we need to monetize every portion of your life? The stories we tell ourselves, the things we make, are just ephemeral. But that being said, I haven't uploaded this channel in forever, and I'm going to start like with these talks. I think it's just beneficial. The Kale Coma Diaries, that ass. I'm gonna give you my inner thoughts. But yeah, I'm gonna have some pictures and some videos of the con up here in a few. Just so yeah, I see the vibes, enjoy them really. I was going crazy, I ain't gonna lie. Shit was fire. The after parties, lit. But yeah, come on, Dreamcon, do it again. It's fire. What they got, these real dreams come true. Don't worry. Next year, I'm gonna be a panelist or a creator on that damn big stage. I promise you. I promise myself I'm gonna be up there. I don't care. I don't know, whatever it takes, I'll be there. Y'all gonna see me. Hey, timestamp this. I'm making the future come true. Type shit. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all be easy. Enjoy the little montage I got coming on too. That shit.
No.